Hi guys, my name is Veronica. I'm a nutritionist and today I want to talk about breastfeeding. Breastfeeding is something that should be encouraged in the next 6 months of life, and majority of us don't do that. We introduce food mostly 4 months, 3 months, even 2 months, but mostly it's 3 months. The reason is because ndio tumeanza kwenda kazi. I understand we are independent women, we want to go to work, we want to continue earning. Others are single mothers and their child is depending on them. I understand all that, but remember, you can still have enough breast milk in the next 6 months of life. So a lot of people don't know what to do. Ndafanya nini nipate maziwa? I want milk. So others tend to eat njahe. Wanakula njahe like in a day anaweza kula njahe throughout, ama akunywe uji thermos 2 ndio apate maziwa. Like throughout the day the mother is not getting the nutrients but is getting something. The porridge is not bad, but you're overdoing it. You're like literally overdoing it. So there are some things that will help you have this enough breast milk. So 1, breastfeeding is important for both the mother and the child. One thing about breastfeeding is immediately when the child has been born, we initiate breastfeeding. The reason being is because we want the child to suckle the breast. We want the child to stimulate the breast milk. If the child does not stimulate this breast milk, the mother will not be able to have the milk. That's why you find that mtoto akizaliwa immediately and the child is not being attached. I normally discourage formula when the child is born. A lot of mothers, especially when they are in the private setups, waki-deliver to hivi, the first thing wanapewa ni formula. I discourage that a lot of times because once umempea formula and then you use the bottle feeding, you are introducing, unajua ni kama kufunzwa. Ukifunzwa ni kama umeanza kukula, ama let's not talk about kukula. Ukianza kujifunza something, then at first you will not be used to that thing, then you will be used to it, then initiating to something else will be more difficult. That's what happens with kids. So if you are bottle feeding them and you're giving them formula, it means that suckling from your breast will be even more difficult. Reason being is because the bottle has bigger pores and it's more longer than the nipple. So the child will find it more easier to breastfeed or to feed on the bottle than to feed on your breast. Sawa. So it is important to initiate breastfeeding immediately. And another thing is important to do what we call attachment. A lot of mothers, especially, usijifanye taipuni just because you have other kids. Ukiwa ati na watoto 2, 3, 4 eti me I have experience, unaniambia nini? Relax. You don't know all the information that you need to know. So for the first time mothers, remember that don't listen to other people, what they say. Do this, do that. Listen to what your doctor is telling you. Listen to what your nutrition is telling you if you want your child's health to be good. Okay, so another thing about breastfeeding is good attachment, good clutching. Another thing is duration of breastfeeding. So for you to have enough breast milk, your attachment is good. I'm going to teach about attachment. One thing about attachment is you make sure that the head and the back are supported. So the reason is because the head is not yet stable, it's wobbly. The back is not yet ready to be seated down, ama to be curved. So one thing is the head must always be supported by the elbow. The hand, the palm holding there, I'll do it manually. I don't have any gadgets to do. So the hand, this palm holding the bottom of the baby. As you can see, my hand is straight. The head is here. The body is here. We are only using one hand. The child is not big. The one hand is enough. Then another thing about this child is the child is facing up, as you can see. So you turn the baby's stomach and your stomach to face each other to initiate efficiency in breastfeeding. Remember that nobody, and I repeat, nobody can eat, even drink water while their body is this way and their neck is this way. Hebu meza mate tuone. meza kama umeangalia hivi, it's very difficult hata we mwenyewe. So it even happens to kids. If the breastfeeding attachment is not good, the child will struggle to breastfeed and ataachilia haraka na atalala, and the child will not be able to breastfeed. And remember, the child is not used to this breastfeeding. Yes, they have been born with the suckling reflex, but the problem is they are used to being given food naturally to their stomach. They are not used to hiyo kujitafutia, hiyo kusuckle and breastfeed. So what do? You don't give up when the child is not clutching or is not attaching so well, or the child is not suckling so good. You keep on trying until the child is able to clutch and attach. So after that, you make sure that the baby's stomach and your stomach are facing each other. There is always these hands that are very steep here. On the side that you've held your child, this hand that is up here, unaiweka underneath your arm. Sawa. I hope we are together up to that. Underneath your arm, so that isikue inhibitor ya clutching. Sawa. Another thing, this other free hand that is free, you use it to hold your breast. 4 fingers underneath. Mwache kufanya hivi tafadhali. This is a sign of a scissors. So it means that you're going to reduce milk. Ukifanya hivi, these fingers are stronger than this now. So ukifanya hivi, you're reducing the milk. We'll have clots of milk here. It accumulate huku, whereby your breast is going to be engorged on this side. That is going also to be painful. You give your child a harder time kusuckle, so itamaanisha atakuwa na struggle na wendo umemkazia maziwa. So another thing is 4 fingers underneath, a thumb upper juu to help. Baby haezi choke when you're holding like this. You'll be holding your breast gently. So another thing about that is after you have attached to your baby and your baby is here and you have opened, you have held your breast very well, the baby's mouth must be opened kabisa, like this, the fish, how the fish open their mouth completely. So don't force the nipple inside the mouth of the child. Let the child open their mouth first. So baby akifungua mdomo, what you do is and another thing is, babies wakizaliwa, they don't normally wake up a lot of times. Umelala throughout. So at their foot down here, we do this way. Tunawalata, tunawafanyanga hivi, wanaamka. Hata wewe nikikuguzaguza kwa mguu hapa hivi, utasikia, utafeel uko alert na utaamka. So it means that when you do this, you're making them, or others, you tap on their bottom and they wake up. So after that, they are woken up. If they are crying, usikabembeleze kanyamadhe. The soother is the breast milk, whereby you attach the child to the breast so that aendelee kunyonya. Okay, so in the another sector about breastfeeding is, after you have completely breastfed your child, breastfeeding doesn't take 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It takes longer time. The least is 20 minutes. So meaning that the child should be breastfed for even 30 minutes, 45, even 1 hour. Reasons are, if you want your milk ikuwe mingi vizuri, so you should listen to this. 1, breastfeeding for a longer time helps your body produce more milk. How do you do this?